So just a quick video. So obviously I'm just going to say this very straight to people. Seatbelts are there to save lives. They're not there for an inconvenience to anybody. They're here to save lives. And I wouldn't talk about it if it wasn't. If I was here to annoy people, if the seatbelts weren't important, I wouldn't mention about them. And they are important. I'm saying they are important. They're the matter of life and death. Let's be honest. Because you could go flying through a window screen very easily. Especially if you're a driver. You don't want, I learned today, and this is me. Would you believe? I learned something, would you believe that? We were doing this course, right? And it's about driving and this, that, and the other quack. Drive for Life, that's the course name. How to put this? So when you impact on something, right? When you crash into something, in simpler words, the airbag comes out. And that airbag, if you're not wearing a seatbelt, or if you crash, and obviously, that airbag could take, that airbag comes up so quickly. It doesn't even take a second to come up. And, that could take your head right off. Simple as that if you didn't have your seatbelt on. That's how quick it comes up. And it's very dangerous if you don't have your seatbelt on. And I'm saying to people, it does save lives. Seatbelts do save lives. And, you think about the amount of people who die on our roads every year. And I bet you, in every case, not every case, sorry, my apologies, better phrase that better. In probably 91% of the cases, probably people not wearing seatbelts, or people drinking or driving, and taking drugs. And that, and we're losing so many young people. We're using so many young men and so many young women in cars doing these, stupid things after coming from the pub. And, enjoying themselves, and then, sadly, they end up dead. And, for people, the guards are only there to enforce the law. The law is there to protect us. The law is there to keep us safe. The Road Safety Authority obviously wouldn't, spend so much money and so much time in telling people, simple thing, put on your seatbelt. It's not a major thing. That could save your life. And I'm not going to lie to people. Because that's the one thing that could protect you. As simple as that. Because in a car crash, the most brittle part of any car, if there's a human in it, the most brittle part of an impact is going to be on the human. It's going to be directly on the human. Or the person in the car, better what they use. So, it's just simple. When I was brought up, my parents always made me put on the seatbelt. And I always still have it to this day, no matter where we go, no matter if I'm going down the road in the car. I always put it on. It's a habit for me, which is a good thing, which is a very good thing. Because as soon as I sit down in the car, say this is me sitting, and look like an idiot, but say I'm sitting, straight away seatbelt on. Done. That saves me. It could help me a tiny bit. It could. I'm not going to say something could. You could bang your head off the side door, but it reduces your injuries, and it's going to reduce. It's going to help you. Well, not help. What's the word? My brain has gone laggy. We're having total lag out. It's not going to make you go through the window. Let's put it that way, and not have your head all on the footpaths and everything like that. That's a better way to put it. So. I don't write these things down. I have to try and take them off the top of my head, and it's very hard to take sometimes. But it's one simple thing. It's one simple thing. If people can do that, if people take anything out of what I said there, seatbelts. Please, good God, nobody, and I say this to everybody, and I hope everybody listens to me. This thing will define everything that I say. Nobody wants, no mother or father wants two Gaudi or one Gada standing outside their door at 3 o'clock in the morning with the words that every parent dreads. I'm so sorry, but your daughter or your son has been killed in a car accident. Nobody ever wants to see that, because nobody ever wants to see a guard at 3 o'clock in the morning, because everybody always knows it's bad news. And I'm saying to young people, it might be uncool, but unpopularity. If you're the populist kid in the school, it doesn't matter. Because I'd rather be the most, lowest kid in the school who doesn't have any friends. But I'd be still alive. If I didn't put on my seatbelt, I'd be still alive. No, if I did put on my seatbelt, I'd be still alive. And the person who's the most populist kid, he shows off in front of everybody. He does everything, goes against the law. He doesn't care for the law. He's the person that's going to suffer the most. But that he's going to suffer by ending up in the morgue. And that's a straight fact. Straight fact. And as I said, nobody ever was, no parent. You ask any of your parents now, or any person you live with, would they want the guards at 3 o'clock in the morning, knocking at the door, ringing the doorbell? And I say nobody would say yes. Not even one person would say, I would want the guards at 3 o'clock in the morning to knock on my door. Nobody would want. Because everybody always knows as soon as you see Gaudi at your door at 3 o'clock in the morning, with their hats taken off at the shoulder, you know it's bad. And I'm just saying to people, as I said, the guards are only there to do their job. The road safety authority are only here to do their job. And that's to reduce people from dying on the roads. And it's up to us as citizens of this Republic of Ireland to do the right thing, to do what we can, to try and help the guards along with the road safety authority to cut down on deaths. Because nobody wants to see a young person dying in the morning because of one silly mistake that they didn't put on the seatbelt. So I'm just saying to people, take. It's not just you. It's not just you that could die. It's not just you that could be affected. Let's put it that way. Your family, your friends, your community. Like, nobody thinks about that when they don't put on their seatbelt. But actions have consequences. Thank you.